Hello, this is Luke with ScanGov, and I'm going to demo Project ScanGov for you today. So ScanGov is what we call a government digital experience monitor, and what we're doing is scanning government homepages and grading them based on a few indicators, including accessibility, domain structure, performance, security, search engine optimization, content, and social. And what we do is we provide a score and grades for each of these. So each of the domains. So you can see that we do the top few hundred population cities, all 50 states, and most of the federal government, U.S. federal government agencies. We also provide a ranking of each of these, so you can see a ranking list by filter. So there's the cities and states and federal agencies. So all of our grades and scores are based on what we call the ScanGov standards. And the standards are, built around, is it AI friendly? Is it accessible? Is it secure? Around all of the indicators. So you can see here, is there color contrast? Are there ARIA attributes? There's a lot of things with a lot of standards related to performance and how well it loads, how well the page loads, sitemap, robots, and security, HSTS. So there's a number of standards that we have that we're building in. And again, this will evolve over time. What we have now is sort of the minimum, but we'll continue to evolve these. And each of these standards are based on guidance, so public policy, web protocol, and best practices. And a few of these we have 21st Century Integrated Digital Experience Act, 28 CFR Part 35, which is the Department of Justice's state and local government web accessibility requirements. We have some CISA cybersecurity guidance, also Google Search Central and other WCAG and Web Vitals, Core Web Vitals. There's a lot of different guidance. And just like with standards, we will continue to add guidance and pull from that guidance and create the standards, which is what we'll use to grade and score the websites. So let's look at a website. If you go to, let's do California, which is all A's. Shout out to the Department of Technology for following our work and remediating. It's great to see that happening. So with ca.gov, we have, again, on the left side here, you can filter the indicator dashboard, so performance, accessibility, security, etc. So if you click on accessibility, you can see the score, the grade, and you can also see the standards that we're pulling for that particular indicator. And then over here, you can see the status. And you can go back to the dashboard and again, see everything that we're scanning for on the homepage. So let's look at, let's look at the White House. So the White House has some security issues. So we'll click on that and you'll see that there is a missing security.txt file. And you can see the status over here is missing. And you can also see that the text here is linked. And what we're doing is we're building out some extensive documentation. So if you click on any of these links, it'll take you to documentation at docs.scangov.org. And it'll take you to the respective page. Like here, you'll see for security.txt, you'll see a podcast overview, some guidance around it, what it is and why it's important to have. And again, as with our guidance and standards, we will be building out our documentation as we go. So the last item that I want to show you is our changelog. So our changelog highlights the changes that have been made over time. And you can see that there's some performance changes that are happening with some of these websites, and there'll be accessibility, and it'll just show SEO. It'll just show some of the changes that are being made. And also in the change log, if you go to the individual domain, you can see the change log here. So that's Project ScanGov. If you have any questions or want to learn more, just go to scangov.org. Thank you.